you. Oh my god. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck all of you. So, I genuinely feel like YouTube is trying to censor me. So, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I was, I had started the video, and I was, I was, doing the intro, and I realized that I had packed my journal already, so I was going to go back through my Google Photos just for like a few seconds to see what I had done over the last couple of days. And this was, of course, the time YouTube decided it was a perfect time to refresh the page. And then I tried starting the stream again, and it kicked me out of the tab. And then I tried to start the stream again, and it was like, do you want to continue the stream where you left off? And I say, yeah, and then the screen is black. Like, not that the screen was covered or anything, the screen was just black. So I think YouTube's trying to censor me again. Anyway, so to hell with all of you on YouTube. So it's the 28th. It's the last day before we leave. Finally all packed up. Finally. Arm fat right there. So yeah, so I was just like, I usually don't have to worry about that. Usually I can just, go to the Google Photos page and it'll be fine. But apparently YouTube didn't like me doing that this time. So yeah, so we're leaving tomorrow. We're all packed and everything. Excuse me. Yeah, so sorry about my other for those who were in that little section of stream when I was streaming just a second ago. I apologize for it cutting off. I do not know why that happened. I don't know why the stream stopped either. So I apologize for that if you were watching that stream. But yeah, so the last time I had updated you guys was on my little brother's birthday. Or no, just before my little brother's birthday. So, for his birthday, we sang happy birthday, and he opened his presents, and he did end up wanting to go to Hop and Drops for lunch. Now, we didn't immediately go there because Mom and Dad were unsure if we were going to do it at lunch or at dinner. Yeah, they were unsure if we were going to do it at lunch or dinner. So Mom and Chris, so I was up early because I knew I wanted to be up early because I didn't want to miss anything. So I was already up early, and Mom and Chris were going to go, over to the library, and I thought since I was there, why not go with them? They were going to feed the squirrels there too at the library. And so we went there, and what else do we do? What else do we do? So eventually we ended up going to 7-Eleven again. I didn't get an actual slushie this time. I just got I got just a drink this time. And then last place we stopped was Walgreens. And then we were kind of sitting around for a while. But Chris ended up saying he wanted to go for lunch. So, we went for lunch. It was kind of a late lunch because I think by the time we started walking over there, it was already like 1 o'clock. So it was kind of a late lunch, but we did end up making it lunch. which honestly I didn't mind. Although it would be nice to go to to walk up to that Hop and Drops at dinner time. It'd be kind of nice to see how it is. Um, Although it's the summertime, so it might not necessarily feel as cool. But so that was pretty much that day. And then the next day, yesterday. Um, well, that'd be the 26th. No, because his birthday was. Oh my god, I wish I could go out of the tab, but I don't want my phone to refresh again. Um, I'm trying to remember what we were doing. Hold on. Wait, so. I'm just afraid what will happen if I leave the chat even for a second. Or I leave the thing for even a second. What did we do? I'm trying to remember. I don't want to leave the chat. I'm tripping out because I'm pretty sure there was a day where we didn't really do anything. I guess I can try to backtrack. Maybe that'll help me remember. So I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about today first. It may come back to me as I'm talking about other stuff. So you know what? Since I can't remember right now, I'll just update you guys on today. So, not a whole lot went down today, mainly because I've been, focusing on packing. Although, so, um, so two main things today. I had Dad take me up to the Chase because when I returned my coins, and I'll tell you about that. When I returned all my coins, I was gonna bring the $25 in pennies along, like the ones that I had that I was gonna do a penny hunt, and I ended up doing it with the mixed hunt. A video that I need to upload, by the way. I'm gonna upload that video before we go. Yeah, I'm gonna want to upload that before we go. Um, Problem is, I feel like the timing's weird. Like, I feel like the timing's irritating. because like I really didn't want to make this video as far out as as my last video, like, because the thing is, other than my last video, you know, from the time in between my last video to the video before it was only like 5 or 6 days, but the two videos before that were like 2 weeks apart. And so even though my last video, interval between the previous one wasn't insanely far, I don't want to do that again. But at the same time, if I upload this video now, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be posting any videos while we're gone. So I don't know what to do. Well, I could film another video real quick. I have other things that I can post. I have that lot of proof pennies. I can make that a video. Anyway, so but yeah, so I ended up, those were the, I was gonna make them its own video, but I ended up doing the mixed hunts, and but when I went to the bank yesterday to return everything, I forgot to bring them. Like, all I brought with me was the bag with everything but the pennies. So, and the thing is, normally I wouldn't bother because, it's pennies, right? I like to have pennies on hand. But I already have like $20 in pennies with me anyway, and this $25 was an additional amount of pennies to those. So I didn't need to hold on to them. And it wasn't like a crap ton of money, but it was still another $25. So, so the thing is, initially I was going to tag along with Mom and Grandma and Chris, because Laura needed to get some final stuff, because she came home from her camping thing last night, and of course she blabbed away and lied. You know what's funny is, like, you can tell she's lying. Like, I just, like, the amount of, like, things she claims happened to her, and, like, the terrible things that people did, like, it is so, like, unbelievable. And I don't mean, when I say unbelievable, I don't mean like it's insane that it happened. I mean, it's literally not believable. Like, I don't know. It's just always funny. Like, she'll yap and yap and yap. So anyway, that gave me a reminder of how happy I was when she was gone. Yeah, so, she had gotten back, and she, obviously, she had gotten back literally last night, so she only had one day. So I was going to originally take along with them because they were going to go to Winco. But it's like, I had already gotten all the snacks I wanted, and I don't really want to get any more, I didn't really have any desires to get any more food. And I knew I would have to tag along with Lauren, and all I wanted to do was return the coins. Plus, I knew Mom would probably not want to wait for me. I mean, she probably would have, but I wanted to focus on packing. So I ended up having Dad just drive me up there quickly so I could return them. Unfortunately, there's no, they don't, that branch doesn't have any way to get me Canadian cash. It's just weird because, like, when I was talking to Mom, I think a week or two ago, she was talking like you could through the ATM, but I don't know. She was saying that you can't really do that. So, and the bank couldn't. So sadly, I wasn't able to get any Canadian cash. I do have like $5 worth of Canadian quarters. I honestly, with the amount of Canadian, with all the Canadian coins I have found in circulation that I have saved up over the last few months, I think I have like $10 in Canadian coins. Like $5 of it is quarters, and then the rest of it is dimes and nickels. I'm not going to bother with pennies, and I don't have any Canadian dollar coins or $1 or $2 coins on me. At the time. Unlike last time we went to Canada, I did actually have some of those. I actually had a ton of Canadian coins last time we went to Canada. But it's, I have my card, and assuming there's no problems, because this is the first time I'll likely be using my card out of the country, so I've asked Mom multiple times if there's going to be issues, and she's reassured me that there won't be. So I don't need to worry. It's just nice to have some cash. But anyway, so the Chase they weren't able to get any Canadian cash. I did get some more um, um, quarter and dime wrappers. I didn't get that much. She didn't give me that many though, and I'm pretty sure I still need some nickel wrappers as well, because the last few times I've done coin roll hunts, I've gone. It's been a lot. It's been a decent amount of machine wrapped rolls in my last at least 2 or 3 mixed hunts. So I've gone through most of my wrappers, and even in my last couple hunts, I've had to do the thing where I wrap them back up in the same roll, which it seems like tellers don't mind. Like, it doesn't seem like they really care or really even notice. But it's annoying to do that. So I'm gonna need more wrappers than I have here. Um, I'm gonna need some nickel wrappers, period, and definitely some more diamond quarter wrappers. Um, so, oh yeah, I finally finished the Dallas TV series. That's kind of another momentous thing today. I have officially watched every single episode of Dallas, because that's, obviously that's one of my favorite shows. Probably in my top three favorite TV shows. Um, Probably, I don't. I think Dallas might be my number one. It might be my number one favorite. Maybe probably followed by Knight Rider. Third, probably $6 Million Man. Well, I think maybe Star Trek is number one. I don't know. Star Trek: The Original Series is definitely either the number one or number two place. Number But yeah, so it's kind of a momentous occasion today, because I have officially watched every single episode of Dallas. I had bought season 12 a while ago, like a while ago. Like I bought when I got season 12 of Dallas, that was like 2023 or something like that, and I had watched through most of it, and then I bought season 13 at some point. And I had only watched a couple episodes, because I guess I didn't like it at the time, but as I was bored one day a few weeks ago, and I decided to continue where I left off, because I had been watching some Dallas clips from the later seasons, and I was like, you know what? Even if these are terrible, I'm gonna power through them. And lo and behold, I ended up not finding them that bad. So I finished season 13, and then I already had the season 14 finale. So like I already had that. I had already watched it, but I've officially, I officially bought season 14. Well, I didn't buy it. I bought season 14 like a week or two ago, and I finally watched all the episodes on 13 and 14. So I've officially, and I'm gonna rent a movie tonight for one, because it's the last night before we go, and two, obviously I just finished season 14, and the movie JR Returns is like the next thing in line. So that'd be kind of a nice thing to watch the night before we go. Um, so um, so anyway, so I need to get some more wrappers soon. Um, so yeah, so I deposited those pennies, and Mom got me this It's kind of like the spicy California roll I used to get at the grocery store, except it's those pot sticker things with all that stuff on it. So she got me one of those at Winco. Unfortunately, they did not see the Nashville chicken bowls, which is a really bad. The thing is, who knows? They could have missed them. Like, it's one of those things where, like, mom said that she had people double check, but who knows? You know, who knows with my family? They still could have easily missed it. Um, but if they did not miss it and they really don't have any of those at Winco, I think I'm out of luck. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to have any of those again. Because Winco, and I mean, they had them at that one Indian store. So they might have them at a couple other stores. But I mean, essentially, if they are really gone from Winco, if they really don't have those Nashville Bowls anymore, I'm out of luck. I don't know if I'll be able to ever have those again. Um, So, and they didn't even have any donuts. Like, I asked if they could get me a donut, and there weren't even really any donuts. So, I did ask mom to get me a Dr. Pepper, so she did. So I have a drink for tonight. But it's not like I'm really going to be able to take any soda because you can't bring drinks. Like, in theory, I could bring a drink and drink it all before we get to customs. Well, not customs because how it's working is this first flight we won't have to go through customs because we're gonna have the layover in Atlanta, so it's still a domestic flight, so we won't have to worry about that. But you still can't, like, past a certain point, you can't have your own liquid. So, so there's no point in taking any drinks. So I mean, like, I guess it would be nice to have some soda when I get back, but I can buy soda whenever. And honestly, I might even be too tired to. I might just want to rest when we get back, honestly. And plus, we're probably going to grocery shop we're probably going to grocery shop soon after we get back. So I'm honestly just, I'm drinking all the soda. So I have a drink. I have a drink for tonight. I had opened my second 1.25 liter bottle of Pepsi that mom bought for me, and I've been drinking that throughout the day. I had brought a water bottle with ice up because I wanted to drink while I'm packing, and that's basically how the rest of the afternoon has been spent. I've been packing. Luckily, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be with all my clothes on the ground. It's literally like a sea of clothes and garbage on the floor. You do not want to see how it looks right now. But I even prepared my outfit for tomorrow. I took all my biggest shirts. Unfortunately, I will say, most of what I consider my best shirts are just plain black ones, and I did want to take some different shirts, but there's a good chance I'm probably going to get a piece of clothing or two, and it's not really about my clothing, it's about having clothing that fits, and it's not like I'm going to be focusing on the clothing. I'm going to be focusing on the things we'll be doing. So, plus, the thing I didn't tell you guys yet. So, I really hope this isn't the case because this would be really sad. But apparently, the weather forecast is not necessarily going to be in our favor. They are saying that it's going to be a lot of rain. So we're really hoping that's not the case. I still took my water shoes, I still took my goggles, and I still brought stuff for swimming, because that is the one thing I definitely still want to do. If I'm gonna have to go swimming out in the rain, then I'm gonna do it, because, like, that's one of the main things I want to do in Montreal is the main things, swim, aka see cool places, like cool, the nature of Montreal, the animals of Montreal, and two, shopping. So I still brought all my swimming stuff. I just don't know if mom is gonna bring swimming stuff, or even if mom's gonna bring swimming stuff for Chris. I really hope they do, because I do not want to be the only one swimming. But I will if I have to. Like, if we're still willing to go to a beach and I'm the only one swimming, I'm fine with that. And I even brought an extra pair of shoes. I brought my red ones that I've had since 2023. I just, like, with the new soles I got in my Adidas shoes and all the padding I've put them, I feel like I've kind of ruined them, honestly. And I've gotten rid of my other Adidas shoes, which I kind of regret now because the only thing that sucked about them is that they were stinky, and Mom washed my red ones. So I kind of hate that I got rid of my gray Adidas. Um, but yeah, so my red ones will be my backup pair of shoes, and I get my water shoes and goggles and my shampoo and conditioner that I put in the mini travel size, body wash, deodorant, which I luckily we were at a Walgreens, so I got a deodorant. Um, I just toothpaste and all that, and I don't really use any product in my hair after I shower. Like obviously I use the shampoo and conditioner and stuff, the prescription stuff I've been using, which hasn't been working that well lately. But other than that stuff in my hair, I don't like when I brush my hair. I don't use any product. Even when my hair was long, I didn't really do that. So, um, yeah. So the usual things: hairbrush, obviously. Um, I was gonna keep that in my backpack, but I decided not to. Um, so, yeah. I will say when I was watching Dallas, it wasn't as bad as I feel like so many people made it out to be. Like I don't know if I don't I don't know if I don't mind it because I'm younger, and I'm more susceptible or whatever. Um, and I think the main thing, like there were a couple, there were one or two annoying characters, like the Michelle Stevens character. Ugh, she was like the definition of like an annoying feminist asshole. Um, and um, but the only other thing that I was criticizing, other than obviously the character's actions, I mean, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna deny that the actions of a lot of the characters in the later seasons were totally out of character, like absolutely. But it wasn't not entertaining. The only bits when it wasn't entertaining was when it kind of dragged on a bit. Like there were periods where it's like where Bobby was somewhere else or something like that, and it dragged on a bit. But that's probably just my no patience ADHD talking. I really did not mind it. I really, it's like I thought of it as terrible, but I hadn't actually watched it. And I probably would watch it again, but I just, you know. Anyway, so, yeah, and then so yesterday was yesterday my main tasks were doing my laundry and doing the return of the majority of my coins. So I went to the one in Federal Way by the mall first because I was like, if I'm able to return everything there, I don't need to go to another bank, let alone, although that was before I realized I forgot my pennies. But So, so we did that, and, is that it? Is that all we did that day? No, it wasn't. So, we were also gonna probably go to another store to get snacks, because there were some other snacks that I wanted to bring, because you can bring snacks, like you can bring snacks and stuff. So, after we went to, after I returned most of my coins, we ended up going to Safeway. We were going to go to Dollar Tree or Grocery Outlet, but I convinced Mom to go to Safeway. So, we got some stuff at Safeway. No dollar coins at the Safeway counter this time. No dollar coins or $half. So, and then I think that was the last thing we did. I'm pretty sure. So, it hurts, I will say, It's like it hurts going to a Chase and and like it's so hard to not ask about coins. I will say though, at the Chase in Federal Way, I did ask about $half, and no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not from that. I'm just kidding. Um, like one of the tellers had three, so I passed. Um, and it also hurt. It even hurt not asking about coins at this Chase today because I hadn't been there in so long, so it hurt not asking. But as I've seen at that Chase before, time isn't necessarily, you know, doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get stuff. So, and then that was the rest of that day. That was the rest of yesterday. Again, I don't think anything else went down. Because that was, today's the 28th. And then yesterday was the 27th. And I told you what happened on Chris's birthday. The 26th is what's tripping me up. I don't think we did anything on the 26th. I think I slept in quite a bit on the 26th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, actually. Because I knew I was going to be I knew I was probably going to want to be up early the next few days, and obviously I was going to be up early when we go. So I think that's why I don't remember, is because I slept in a bunch because I was like, I don't know the next time I'm going to be able to sleep in a crap ton. So yeah. So anyway, I think I've got it all remembered. I think I've remembered most of it. So yeah, this is going to be my last video until after we return. I sound very ominous. Until after we return. But, so, my earbuds are all charged up. I wanted to charge them before we go. Phone charger. And I'm gonna do what I did before, in that this is what I usually do. This is what I usually do when we're going on vacation. I pack my actual charger, and I pack my actual charger. And I always have a backup here, just to use as a backup, but mainly for when we're going on vacation. So that way, if I forget my charger, like that way there's no way I will not bring a charger, because I'll have one here and I'll have one already in my bag. So that's kind of my technique. And I'm gonna end this now because I'm getting a little bit of a headache, and I've been feeling okay. I've been feeling pretty good the last couple days, so I don't want to feel really gross right before we go. So yeah, this will be my last video till we get back. I don't really see any need to post anything. I guess I could post something on Instagram, But it's like, would I be posting, like, I know I have a bunch of pictures that I need to catch up on. See, this is what I've been doing on Instagram lately, is it's like I forget, like, we do a bunch of stuff and I forget to post pictures, and then I have like 60 pictures that I need to upload, so I just upload them all at once. So I know I have a bunch to upload, but like, realistically, am I gonna upload those in the next 7 days if we weren't going anywhere? Probably not. So it's not like there's really going to be any activity on my Instagram anyway. Plus, I haven't been as active on Twitter lately, and YouTube I'm dealing with, and yeah. So I don't really need to make any announcements about us leaving, other than obviously this video, kind of. Um, So, yeah, oh, by the way, I thought, you know what, I was itching to look at some of my more birthday coins, so I decided to finally take a look at, oh yeah, oh yeah, a sea of clothes and garbage and stuff I need to put away from the thrift store station. Yeah, that's my outfit for tomorrow. I decided to do pants for tomorrow because with how those airplane seats are, at least wearing pants will be a little more cushion. Like, I don't want any sharp plastic pushing against my skin. And then I found, like, probably my last good big T-shirt. And then I actually found some matching socks for once, and then my backpack's down there, and then my suitcase is out there. But yeah, so these were the 2 coins. So these were 2 of the ones that I got for my birthday. This was a specific lot that I had requested. It was a lot of 2 silver half dollars. These are worth about $20 a piece right now. 1941 Philadelphia Walking Liberty, and 1954 Denver Benjamin Franklin. I'm probably gonna keep these. Unless I decide to sell the Coin MS-66 again, which, who knows, I might. But it really depends on how I'm feeling. Oh, that's another reminder I wanted to make. I know I forgot something. I've been itching to buy some Mercury dimes. That's an edit. Something I want to say. It feels good sitting in this chair and not having to, like, finesse it. That's a reminder that I wanted to make. I was gonna bring my laptop, and Mom said that I probably would be fine with the Wi-Fi, but I just, obviously the less space in my backpack, the better. And, I just, like, realistically, I would probably use it for watching videos late at night, but it's so unwieldy, and obviously I can't type on it at all, so I just, like, I'd probably do the same things on it that I would with my phone. So it's like, really, what's the point? Other than that, it can hold itself up, and it's a larger screen. But that's really the only advantage that I see in bringing it, and I don't think those advantages are worth the space that it would be taking up, so I'm just not going to bring it. But anyway, I want to end this because I want to have some battery left on my phone, because I'm going to film, as I said, I'm going to want to film 2 videos. I'm going to want to have 2 videos uploaded, because, as I said, the timing is going to be annoying if I just upload. Still have 2 rolls of 2026 nickels. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. these have the... Oh, that's from Chase. Nice little tab. So, yeah. Did I get this for my birthday? No, I got this for Christmas. I didn't get this for my birthday. Where's that 1909? Oh, it's here. And then that large cent, or not large cent, 3-cent nickel. Anyway, so yeah, I want to have some space to do this, or I want to have some battery to do this. So I feel like this would be a good video. I should get my penny mat out for this. Oh yeah, because it's going to be a pure penny video, so I should get my penny mat out. Where's my penny? Nickels. Anyway, I'm gonna end this. So, hopefully I think I'll look different when we come back. Well, I'll see you guys back from the trip. And as I stated, I'm not going to do I'm not really going to do a recap of the trip. Or at least I'm going to try not to, because I will be doing vlogs. So, I'm going to try not to recap things. So anyway, later. Montreal for a week.